When we discussed inner join, we found out that only the intersection values are being returned back by the query. So basically, inner join meant finding out those values which are present in both the tables. Now suppose we want that table A stays with us. All values from table A are there, and whenever there is some value in table B, it comes against that table A value. If it is not available, we'll get a null value. If that is our requirement, left join is used. So left join will return all values from the left table even if there are no matches in the right table. The syntax for this is select columns from table 1 or table 2 from table 1, left join table 2. So this is similar to inner join, only instead of inner we are writing left join on, then you give the field that you want to be common in both the tables. So what this will do is whole of the table A will be taken out and all the column values of table B against table A will be plotted. If there is any value in table A which is not in table B, we'll get a null value for that particular column. So for example, we had the sales table. Suppose against the sales table, we want to plot the customer information. When we did the inner join, some of the sales table values were dropped because they were not present in the customer table. Now, if we want that none of the sales table values are dropped, all the values remain there, and against whichever there is customer value available, it should be plotted, and whichever there is no customer information available, it should remain as null. There we will use left join as such. We will write select all the column names, some from the sales table, some from the customer table. From the sales table, that will be table 1 for which we want all the rows. Then left join with the customer table on the customer ID, which is the common field, order by customer ID. So let's go and write this query. So for convenience, I have written down the customer IDs which are present in the customer table and not present in the sales table, which are present in sales table, not present in customer table, and which are present in both. So that after we have written this query and we see the result, we can check finally which is available in the final table and which is not. So let's start writing select the order line, the product ID, the customer ID, and the sales value. From the customer table, we will require customer name and customer age. From the table sales 2015 as A, and uh, left join with customer table as B. So this is customer 2060 as B on customer ID. A dot customer ID is equal to B dot customer ID ordered by customer ID. So if you scroll up, you can see that it is exactly same as the one written for inner join, just that the join is now left instead of inner. Let's select this query and run it. So you can see these are the values that we got. So from the comment you can check AA10315, which is not present in customer table, is present in our result set. What this means is, since we took left join on the sales table, all the sales table values are available in this table. So AA10315 is part of sales table, so it is part of the result set. Since the customer name and age values are not available for this customer ID in the customer table, those are null. The AA10375 customer is available in both the tables, so that value is present in the result set along with the customer name and customer age. The AA10480 is not available in this result set since this was not part of the sales table. So basically in the left join, all values of table 1 are available and only the intersection values of table 2 are available. For the rows of table 1 which are not available in table 2, null values will be assigned in the result set. So this is left join. One thing to notice here is, since our sales table had multiple values with the same customer ID, you can see there are, so for this particular customer there are 4 values, 4 rows coming, and against all these 4 rows the same customer name and age is coming, since our customer table has customer ID as the primary key. If in the customer table, which is the table 2, so by chance in customer table you have multiple values for same customer ID, you will be having multiple rows for each transaction of the sales table, for each row of the sales table. What I mean is, so for example, for this particular customer ID 10375, we have two customers, Alan and John. When we take left join, for this particular row, there will be 2 rows in the result set. One will have Alan customer name and the other will have John as customer name. Similarly, for the other 3 rows also, it will having 2 per row. Overall, for this particular customer, you would be having 4 rows in the result set. This may not be the desired result set for you. So keep in mind, while using the left join, the matching key of the table 2 should either be a primary key or should have the unique constraint. This will give you the desired results. In the next video, we'll be discussing about the right join.